Don't settle for fakes. My duel-taining is the real deal.
Yeah, well, it's mekklord. Today I'm a bit sick, so no face cam, but there are some very important Rush Duel news, specifically pertaining to Rush Duels. So here we go. New World coming September 28th, which is next Thursday. So I'm gonna be able to record stuff, which is cool. We have 4 confirmed characters coming to the game. Odo Yuga, Luke, which I'm not reading this, but that's Luke. I think are the 2 default characters that you're gonna unlock. I think Roman was confirmed as a day 1 unlock character, and Gacta I think is a day 1 unlock as well. So for 4 new characters, that's pretty good. That's pretty good to start with, you know. If you want to know more about what kind of decks these people play and what kind of skills they might have, watch another video because I completely forgot. But there's also the New World campaign, which I'm sure is going to be very interesting to all of you. So we're getting a Prismatic Dark Magician for Speed Duel and a Prismatic Dark Magician for Rush Duel. Keep in mind that because of the way Rush Duels work, you're only allowed to have 1 copy of Dark Magician. It's a legend card, meaning that you can only have 1 legend card of each card type, 1 legend monster, 1 legend spell, and 1 legend trap in your deck. So if you're playing Dark Magician, that's your 1 monster legend. Also getting some, you know, cosmetics, don't really matter. And actually, I'm gonna make this picture a little bit bigger. Alright, so there you go. So we're getting this and this, already talked about this. We are getting a new structure deck based around Lightning Condor. Lightning Condor, which is a monster that was used by Yuga in the 2nd season of Sevens, if I can call it that. We are getting 10 packs of the World of Barian minibox, which means that I might finally be able to pull the 3rd copy of 10 cards that I need. Please. We're getting also 10 packs of the new main box, which is going to be Rush Duel focused, which is pretty interesting. I don't know what this means for the future release schedules of Duel Links in general. Does this mean we're getting 1 Rush Duel box and then 1 Speed Duel other box, 1 Rush Duel mini box, and then 1 Speed Duel mini box? I don't know. This is interesting. I'm worried that it might result in a situation where, you know, players that are not interested in Rush Duels have to wait more time to get new content added to the game that's interesting or relevant to them. Hope we're not coming through this. And also a pack containing an ultra rare from the newest main box containing Rush Duel monsters. Hopefully you pull something good. I remember when this happened with Brains, and my ultra rare was the Gizmek guy that nobody cared about. So what was I had to deal with, you know? Could have pulled Letleo, could have put Deco Talker. I got the Gizmek piece of shit. Anyway. Also getting UR and SR tickets and Dream tickets. I don't know what I'm gonna use these on. Maybe the 2nd category and the SR. I don't know. I'm just gonna... If you don't have staples, or use it for staples, but I do have all the staples, so I don't know what I'm gonna use that on. A skill ticket, a character unlock ticket. Both of these are like 50 gems if you already have everything, so it's probably better to not have everything, I guess. And 8,000 gems, which is just always nice. In addition, we also have a first look at a couple of cards that were used in characters during streams. So potential unlocks, 7 Roads Magician, obviously a really good card. You know, it's Yuga's ace. It's one of the best monsters in only Rush Duels because of its ability to quickly get over 3000 attack on your turn and beat over anything that could be threatening. We got Magical Beast Wolfang, which is not really good, right? But in the context of Rush Duel, it's okay. We got Mystic Dealer, one of the greatest spellcaster support cards early in Rush Duels, basically cycles the cards and then can be used as tribute fodder, which absolutely insane card if you ask me. This guy, I forgot what this guy does. No, this guy's bad. We got Strange Cats, a pretty decent defender. We got Spell Archer, pretty weak attacker. I'm not gonna go over each and every one of those. Doriado's like okay stats. Fire Golem is pretty relevant as far as I'm concerned. Pierce is a funny card. I don't think it's necessarily viable though. Dark Sorcerer is a really powerful one. I think this one was leaked as a rare also, which basically 1500 attack is like the maximum that a level 4 monster can have in this format, unless you're playing a legend like Vorth Raider. So it's one of the strongest cards we're getting, which feels really weird to say. Ansler is pretty strong as well. 2000 attack for a single tribute monster is pretty up there. There are better cards, but it's pretty decent base stats. What is this? I've never seen this card before. Okay, this is a punish for monotype aggro deck, which is kind of cool to have as a battle trick early on. I kind of like this. I kind of like this card. Axel Wonder Supra. Okay, that's not bad. That's okay-ish, I guess. Rock Explosion, yeah. This is not really that good. Some of the road magic cards are better than this, and don't rely to play like bad attributes. Fire is not the greatest attribute to be playing. Niwatori, classic guy. Currybot, I think this one was leaked as a new R from the next main box. It's a pretty good card. I don't know if it's necessarily one of the must-have staples of this format. Hey, it's a cool little Currybo version, I guess. Seven Swords of the Rich, obviously insane. Special 7 Swords of Magician for free. It's a really strong card. It is a really strong card. Then we got Torna Windweaver, pretty good. Changing your opponent's monster battle position is actually really relevant in this format, because like, take a look at Ansler, 2000 attack. It's kind of difficult to beat over, but then he only has 500 defense, so you can switch this bad boy to defense position, you can easily beat over it. This is a beat down oriented format. This guy is pretty cool. It's a small attack loss, but it's still pretty like neat to have. This guy can beat over Dark Sorcerer, for instance, which is neat. Rise Heroic Secure. What is this? I have to admit I don't know half of these cards. Okay, it's an aqua payoff kind of monster. It's okay, I guess. And Lightning Volconder, which was the poster boy for the structure deck. Not the greatest card out there, but I guess it can be a situationally kind of decent kind of monster that rewards you for playing multi-attributes, or just knowing which monsters are the best, like probably Dark and Light, because we're getting Dark and Light beaters, so yeah, a decent card. We got the multi-strike Dragon Dragias, one of the best finishers of early Rush Duel formats. We got Twin Edge Dragon, which is okay. We got Dragorite, which is a 1500 Dragon Beta. We got Draco the Tiny, which is the strange cat for dragons. We got Sports Dragon Pitcher, which I've been told these cards are good, you know, the Sports Dragons. I'm not convinced. I really don't like. I really didn't like playing with these little fellows in the Switch games. So they're not reliable enough for me. I'm sorry. Fire Guardian, a bit bigger than Ansler. Really good card. Dragon Sage. That's not a dragon. Winged Dragon, that's a classic guy. Pretty good stats too for a classic kind of card. Gravity Press Dragon. One of my favorite cards of like early Rush Duel format. This guy can beat to monster that have like 2200 attack, which obviously pretty good. This is the Dark Hole for dragons. It has a pretty hefty cost, but it's not a bad card. It is a pretty decent card. We got Triad Draco, which I think I'm seeing for the first time, and 2 face up non-level 3. What the heck? This is a really hefty cost. I'm not a fan of this. And Sports Dragon Slinger, which I've already talked about it. I don't like the Sports Dragon that much. We got Sparks. Did you know there are a couple of cards based around Sparks in this format? Insane. We got Ancient Telescope. It's still garbage. We got Volcanic Rats. It's very cute and very funny. There are no more volcanic cards in this game. We got a Magma Bear, which just basically pyro type support. So it's pretty cute. Flame Manipulator, classic guy. And the Mushroom Man, also a very well-known card for some reason. Then we got Dark Magician and Summon Skull. Both of these are legends. I don't know if you're getting both of these. Summon Skull is, I think, the strongest one tribute monster in the game at the moment. I think, well, in Rush Duels in general, you know, I think Jinzo is like also in the format and also a really good card for different reasons, but Summon Skull just beats over everything. We got a first look at our first skill, Yugioh 7th Road Excel. This skill can only be used in decks where the only monster with 1400 attack or more spellcasters. You get to, for non-requirement, select one monster with 1600 attack plus no more summon this turn and increase its attack by 800 until the end of the turn. And from turn 4 and onwards, can also return one card from here into your deck once per duel to add 1 7th Road Magician. It's pretty decent. It's a really strong skill in the context of Rush Duels. Holy shit, that's pretty cool. That's a really good skill. I got a couple of like Rush Duel screenshots. Oh, confirmed, Dragias and 7th Road Magician. This looks so clean. This screenshot looks so clean to me. Like honestly, it feels like this game was made for Rush Duels to begin with. I'm still like confused about the 6,000 life point formats and 30 to 40 cards. I think, you know, it wouldn't be that weird to play with 8,000 and 40 to 60 cards deck, but I don't know what Konami is playing. I think it still has a lot of like potential. One thing of my doubts about is whether or not it will conflict with, you know, regular Duel Links, which is the format that people installed the game for. There's a couple more leaks from a couple of days ago that I haven't reacted to, which, you know, is possibly interesting to some people. No end size limits, I think is kind of cool. These are the classic Rush Duel rules, no extra monster zone. Which is the same as the, I was gonna say the OCG Rush Duels. Got some scales. I'm not gonna read them all, but these could be interesting and tease, you know, potential characters coming. Like you see the Pyro scale. Yuga plays Pyro monsters, I think. You got this. I forgot who plays Hiroshima the Hermit in the 7's anime. Oopsie. It's probably Gacto. I think it's Gacto. So anyway. We got the Dragon Knight of Darkness, but that's definitely a loop kind of scale, you know. There's a lot of scales which you know, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. That's obviously a really strong card for Rush Duels, which is why this is a Duel Links skill actually. Wait, what? Oh, these are event skills. Okay, so that's a tag. Duel event. Pyro Phoenix? Oh my god. Anyway, this is non-Rush Duel, so we don't care about this. I found it. The box UR card. So Currybot, 7 Roads Magician, Dragius, Dragon Slayer, which is also a pretty strong card in the context of Rush Duels because there's not that many back row removal in the game, and there's very little chainable back row. I don't think chains exist at all in Rush Duels. So this basically removes a problematic battle trap on your opponent's side of the field, which pretty strong defect and the requirement isn't that hard to meet, right? Primarina, really good for psychic decks. In the Yami Ruler, the Dark Delayer, which is the one of the many gimmicky warrior decks out there, focused around defense position and such likes. Which card among there didn't I talk about? We got Max Raider, like the name came full circle with, you know, Duel Links being the reason why Axe Raider is like so hyped with this invincible powerful cards, and now we're getting Max Raider. We got Blue White Silver Zombie as an UR, which I think is very funny. It's not a box UR, it's just a character unlock UR, I guess. Celtic Guardian, also a classic, very classic kind of guy. Dark Sorcerer, bunch of people already talked about. What a magician. I guess it's really good in the context of like Rush Duels. It's an aqua for that count that I told before, you know? Couple more cards. Mask of Whirlers. It's not that good. It's not really that strong, unfortunately. Darkness, Crested Hawk. It is pretty situational, but it's also pretty good. It's also kind of a big beater as well. It's also pretty decent. Lightning Vault Condor, very cool card. Wandering Warrior. It's not that great. It's the worst rescue rabbit you've ever seen. Sakazade, the Talismanic Warrior. Some of these cards I've never seen before, even though I played a couple of Rush Duels and obviously completed the Switch game and stuff. Yeah. It's not great. And Piercing Warrior, which, you know, it just gives piercing. That's pretty much it. One thing that I'm hoping for is that we're getting a separate gem count for Rush Duels and Speed Duels, you know, like the Rush Wall is just its own separate thing, so that you can't use Speed Duel gems to buy Rush Duel packs and vice versa. It's probably not gonna happen though. Knowing Konami, it's not gonna happen. Basically, Rush Duels are just gonna end up as a the amped up version of Legacy Duels, which I'm not too fond of personally. I think that's kind of wasted potential. Anyway, that's it. That's probably it for the leaks. I can't think of too many other things to talk about. We're not getting new Speed Duel content this month, which I'm okay with. I think the meta is mostly fine. And you know, post-ban list, I think we have taken for granted the fact that we're getting a new box every other month, and this is disastrous effects on the meta and stuff. I haven't really had time to settle. I want decks like, you know, Tenny and BLS to shine before getting replaced by something else that's being pushed in the newest main box. So that's cool. That's a cool thing. And Rush Duels are kind of fun. I don't want it to end up being a side mode in Duel Links though, but I guess that's where we're headed. We'll see. Let me know what your thoughts on Rush Duels are. I'm gonna blow my nose now. Take care everyone. I'll see you guys and gals on Non-Binary Pals next time.